You read the title and most likely you're here because you are or were free trial at some point. Well, fear not, because for your enjoyment I have distilled all of the free trial players of this game to a single list of 8 archetypes. I can almost guarantee you that you have at least encountered one of them, if you aren't one already.
Disclaimer, I am most of these types. This is hyperbole meant for entertainment purposes. Don't yell at me or I'll sharp myself.
This player is something. You may find them in a common city, parading their gear, or they may be a complete beginner. However, these players all share a single trait. They will start the conversation off with the fact that they're a free trial player. Any achievement they just got. Oh yeah, I got this on free trial by the way. Anytime they craft a glam. Oh yeah, free trial can't use the market board. These players are simultaneously the most proud of their achievements while also repeatedly complaining about a system meant to be inconvenient. They don't mean anything by this, of course. Most of these players are simply new to the game or have put a lot of effort and time into something they've accomplished, though their repetition can be kind of hard on the ears, especially to those just trying to vibe in common cities. But fear not, most of these players will question their life choices and eventually sub, or just quit the game altogether when they get too frustrated. Should you meet this player, you should fear them, for nothing is free from their grasp. With such a wide variety of content to be done, it's quite rare for a single player to want to tackle it all. However, for some reason, this is kind of common for free trial players, with entire Discord servers and websites dedicated to trial-friendly collecting of everything. Raiding, fishing, blue mage, relics, the golden saucer, crafter scripts, beast tribes, deep dungeon. Nothing is safe from this player's grasp. This is the player that actively scrolls through the achievement list like it's a checklist. Sometimes I come across these guys and I wonder how they even got certain titles or glamour on trial, being either incredibly obscure or incredibly impressive. These are people who go hard for the Moogle Tombstone event whenever it comes out, practically foaming at the mouth for previously unobtainable collectibles. Should you meet this player, give them a couple of pats for their hard work. This player has tired dad energy. Did you know that in order to remove your Sprout status, you have to play the game for 300 plus hours and complete Shadowbringers? As a result, all trial players are Sprouts, whether they display it or not. And because of this, there are many trial players with hundreds, sometimes thousands of hours in game. These are forever Sprouts. Often you will find these players staring into the distance as they refuse to buy the game to get more content for one reason or another. Alternatively, depending on your server, these players could also be found in the Novice Network, sometimes helping more than the actual mentors, but most of the time just posting memes. The Novice Network is a joke. If you are one of these players, I salute you, and all of your copious amounts of hours dedicated to the Golden Saucer and ocean fishing. This is what you expect when you learn someone's free trial. They just made Catgirl number 357 and are probably already lost. They were most likely recruited by one of their friends, or by the countless memes about the free trial, and now they're here. Navigating the story for the first time, taking a week to get to level 15. So cute. They probably have some sort of anxiety asking for help, usually living out of Google and only making one of 2 friends due to the limitation on social interaction. But, as many before have said, these players have endless potential. With every Sprout comes a new long-term player, so new players and even veteran players picking up a new role or job deserve respect. We all started somewhere, so please be patient and help these players when you can. Ah yes! The boys and girls of culture. Now, the roleplay community of this game has been a talking point for the ages. Being one of the biggest attractions in the North American community, there's a reason you currently can't make any new characters on Crystal. Now, The free trial role players come in two varieties: the small investment many characters and the long investment less characters. The small investment most likely has a character on any given server, some with gear and levels above like 25, the others have little to nothing. These players like to sit in Balmung doing activities. Or sometimes they just don't have the motivation to continue leveling characters when you have to craft anything you need yourself. Now, the high investment boys and girls are the ones who every character is not only leveled and glammed, but each character most likely has a card with paragraphs of background story. These players also seemingly ignore the antisocial status trial gives you, with almost maxed friends lists and cross-world link shells for days. You can most likely find these guys going to venues and role-playing having a drink because they can't actually receive any of them. Needless to say, these players have loads of fun, regardless of how they choose to flesh out their characters. This player saw the restrictions on free trial and took it to heart. Sometimes I think these guys watched Sword Art Online and said, "Yes, I shall become Kirito," and decided to just treat this MMO as a single-player RPG. Though, more power to them, as they aren't hurting anyone, they just aren't here for all the social things. And hey, if that's your jam, free trial enables that. Gotta tell? Sorry, free trial can't respond. You can't make parties, you can only join them, so why party up? Even duties will soon be NPC assisted for the entire trial, so if you really wanted to, why interact in dungeons either? Chances are, if you aren't this player, you've only seen them, and they like it that way. To you solo players, I respect you, and your intense levels of introversion. Sometimes YouTube just seems to favor a certain type of video on your channel. It might have some sort of niche, some sort of novelty, some sort of... oh my god, it's a free trial player. These players are any of the other types of free trial players, but on camera, making memes of their experience, writing and recording scripted content about the game, sometimes even having the foresight to record your Warrior of Light's journey from the beginning. Whether you're making content because of your love of the game, or you're like me and you're trapped in the YouTube algorithm's favor, we can all agree on something. We will never be pint. Much like me trying to script and edit this video, the free trial of this game is an endeavor. There are lots of restrictions, which can be especially frustrating when you have friends who aren't restricted. Not to mention, trying to get into this game, you'll be playing the objectively driest story with literal paragraphs of this. Seriously, how does anyone read that shit? So, while this is the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial, it isn't for everyone. Some, if not most, will give up before getting to one of the game states that they would have enjoyed. And that's okay. Hey yo! Thank you for watching this far. This video came out kind of late, well very late, because me scripting is like trying to motivate a toddler to do the dishes. I don't usually make videos on this game, but feel free to check out the few others that I've made, or any of the copious amounts of Let's Plays I've made. Bye!